first thing we're going to talk about is going to make Brad very happy because his Seattle Mariners remain in first place. And we're going to talk a lot about why and what has happened. Let's get into it now. Leading again with the Mariners because Briggs excited to talk about them because you led with the Mariners last time because I wasn't here.
Did because you weren't here to stop
you
me.
could get away with it. So I've chosen to lead us off with the Mariners today. But in order to talk about the Mariners right now, we have to first talk about the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, remember in the beginning of the season when Tampa Bay began and everyone was all hot to trot about Tampa Bay. Holy crap, greatest start in the history of Major League Baseball. We've never seen anything like this before. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they went in their first 50 games of the season. They went 35-15. Which is pretty good.
It is pretty good, yeah. That is.
But you shove that into August, a little bit of June and into August, and nobody cares. It's really strange because the Mariners' last 50 games, they have gone 36-14. It's an even better situation in Seattle. But because
Which
it's
is
Seattle,
crazy
because
to think
it's
about.
the middle of the season, nobody cares, and that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But you know what's funny about that, Brig, is like there were a couple times during that stretch where it's just but lately though, when they've gone on 2 8-game winning streaks that were separated by just like a couple games, that makes a big difference. Going 16-1, right? Even 16-3, maybe what it was. But it's a big deal. And honestly, I would rather have this streak now than in May, because in May, as we've seen, it helps, but you certainly cannot win a division in May.
No,
right? Because right now they're sitting in the wild card. Granted, they got 6 games on the Rangers and the Astros right now. The Rays do,
yeah.
But they're a few games back of the Orioles, and I'm sure they'd rather have 6 games on the Orioles than they would on the others. So,
yeah,
I really like the timing of this streak because it also means that they have a chance to peak at the right time. I just hope that it's not too early.
Yeah.
You know?
That information, by the way, came to us via Zach Left on Twitter or X or whatever,
whichever you
or whatever
prefer to call it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
My question to you, Brad, is can the Mariners hold on to the division with a month left in the season?
I want to say yes, right? Like that's the fan in me. That's the optimist in me saying like, oh yeah, absolutely. And the best baseball of the season right now. And there's only a month left. But on the other hand, though, like the Astros are still a good team. The Rangers are still a good team, despite their struggles lately. They've come down. I don't think they're falling off. I don't think that they have the bullpen necessarily to come back and like dominate the division. I'm talking about the Rangers. Dominate the division the rest of the way. The Mariners certainly have the pitch. But the question is whether the bullpen, like which Jekyll and Hyde of the bullpen shows up, because they go through phases like where they're really not great, and then they go through phases where they're absolutely unhittable. And I'm hoping the next 4 weeks they go through a phase where they're unhittable, because that's about how long those streaks last, right?
Yeah.
So it's true. So I think it's possible, probable. I'm going to hedge my bet and say maybe, a definite maybe. What do you think, Brig? Do you think that they can hold on to the division?
No. I think they will be battling it out in the wild card. Now that hurts my feelings. Because like at the beginning of the season, we both picked Seattle to win the whole thing.
Right.
And for a while there, we were like, oh man,
not going to make the playoffs. Yeah.
And now they've shocked us and turned things around. So I'm.
And see, the thing in the old Brig is that the way they're playing right now is the way that I thought they should have been playing all year.
Right.
If they were playing like this all year, they'd be up there with the Braves, right? This is the thing is I do think they can hold on. I'm going to say I think they can hold on because they have the pitching, and the pitching is what wins this time of year.
That's true.
The Rangers, I don't think, have the pitching. Like, they have Max, but they've lost DeGrom, and they've proven that their bullpen is super reliable, and that's going to be a problem coming down to the wire. Now, the Mariners and Rangers play 2 series against each other in the end of September, and that's going to be significant and could be the deciding factor. Do you still think the Rangers are going to miss the playoffs? Yes, I do. I don't think the Rangers are going to win the division. I don't think they're going to make it in the wild card. And if the Rangers do make it, I think the Rays miss, because I think the Astros make it, the Mariners make it. Obviously, the Orioles and the Cleveland baseball team. No, not the Cleveland, the Twins. The Twinkies. Yeah, Minnesota. The Twins make it. That I think it's either going to be the Rangers, the Rays left out, and I think it's going to be the Rangers.
Interesting. That's interesting. We'll get into more of that later, because we got all this.
Yeah, I totally got ahead of myself there. You just get excited, did. Brig. My team's on top of the division for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah, yeah, that's super exciting. We're all happy for you, unless we're Rangers fans, and then we are not. But otherwise,
fans, I'm sure Zip is not very happy for me right now. But I don't know, he lives up in the Seattle area now, so maybe he is. I don't know.
Yeah. So Bob's not happy then. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Bob's not happy.
Bob's not happy.